Hello everyone. First of all, a massive thank you to everyone who watched, liked and subscribed to my channel for my first video. The response was truly overwhelming. I didn't expect such an incredible level of interest right out of the gate. When I started this journey, in fact a few weeks ago, my plan was ambitious to run 12 AI models over the span of 12 months. Each month introducing a new model and creating 12 videos. But the amazing reactions have suppressed my expectations, and I'm genuinely grateful for the support and the interest you've shown. I want to extend a special thanks to Marcin for being the first commenter and to every single one of you who took time to reach out via DM and in a person. Your message of interest and appreciation mean the world to me. Big shout out to İlkay for helping prepare the video and ensuring it reached a wider audience. And of course, Çağatay. Çağatay deserves recognition for encouraging me to improve the video quality. The first one was very awful, and insisting that I keep pushing forward. Right after posting the video, Boğaç shared wonderful insights about YouTube SEO, and I think his tips helped this video to reach wider audience as well. Now, let's talk about what comes next. I created a survey to understand how would you like to access my agents, whether through direct JSON files or as final product. It is clear that many of you are interested in JSON data, whether to build your own AI agents or to experiment with production-ready structures. There is a poll linked below. Please take a moment to participate. Your feedback along with your email addresses will help me to stay in touch and tailor future content to your preferences. Just make sure your email is correct so we can keep the conversation going. Initially, I envisioned a tool, a brick as I like to call it, that you could feed YouTube video links into. The idea was for it to automatically grab the transcript and craft a quickly summary. However, YouTube has introduced a new restrictions. You can only generate transcripts for your own videos. Extracting transcripts from others' videos isn't permitted anymore, unfortunately. Undeterred, I explored another web sources, encountered various protective measures and security barriers. This made the process unreliable, so it was also requiring extensive scoring and validation. So I pivoted to developing a simpler minimum viable product that could work faster and more reliable, since we are providing the input manually. While working on that, an idea struck to me to compare DeepSeek, which is recent release, with OpenAI o1 mini model, and I wanted to see results on my personal AI agents. Let's dive into how we discuss to integrate DeepSeek. My usual approach is to create a workflow that outlines the logic. But here in DeepSeek, unfortunately, we don't have a special official node like in OpenAI. And while I'm making a bit research, I learned an approach from Zubair's video. He really created awesome content. And here is how he approached. Basically, to talk with DeepSeek, we are adding a chat when chat message received input, and here we can talk with the model. Right now I'm not planning to talk because last time I tried, unfortunately DeepSeek, I guess, a bit busy about the request. It's getting like it is the hottest topic, and we are adding another node as AI agent. How we add this? We write chat trigger. We are adding this. Right now we have one, and the second one we are adding. Here we are not changing any parameter, as you see. It's the classical one. Let me delete this. And how we connect with DeepSeek API. He recommended to use OpenRouter DeepSeek API. We are doing this, and while we are doing this, when we put this, the model is not selectable like in OpenAI. I can show you. In OpenAI, we are able to choose the model in fixed. As you see, we have models, but when we choose open router, there is no data. Then we are clicking expression and we are adding DeepSeek R1 and you will see this dot. It's not important, it is working. Anyway, let's save the flow. I would like to show you the latest output I see. What I wrote as hello and it goes AI agent. Here the AI agent transforms its kind of a prompt to DeepSeek. What we are receiving is hello, how can I assist you? Or, by the way, this method requires to have updated latest n8n because personally in my local host I didn't update the n8n. That is the reason this method is not working there. Meanwhile, on a related note, our first version of the agent ran on localhost in a Docker container on macOS. Now it is deployed on my own server on AWS. This upgrade accounted for the time gap between my first and second videos as I rebuild the entire infrastructure. Now let's go to our main agent, the content topic. Let me start with why this matters. I have countless videos to watch later playlist in YouTube and also articles to read, but time is limited. I need a tool that quickly transcribes it because as you know, each content is worth to focus. Then when I see the outline summary, it is like it works to watch or it works to read, that I can do it. Or sometimes in some contents I'm just focused on to have a basic outline. That is the reason I built this product. And let's break the system. In the system we are adding a content link. As I explained before, the tool is not able to extract all this information because of many restrictions. And here I choose my own video, like my first video. Automated tailor, it's the name of the content, and I transcribe my own speech here. Here, if you want, like you can add some custom requests because not all requests are same. You can add something else, some special request here. And as a language model, LLM model, I put two models since when I'm improving this to version 2, my intention is to have a comparison of two models as I mentioned. You can here choose the type of output, the purpose of the content. Why would you like to, or in which mode you would like to hear. Here there's more details. Even here there are more styles that if it's a speech or a written form that if you have a favorite person, you can pick. It's like ordering special content into your favorite writer. It's limited with your imagination right now. Output language, since I'm native Turkish and I'm mostly reading, writing and speaking in English. Also there is another option, still developing Polish. That is the reason I added 3 versions, but we can add more also. It's not about directly the agent capability, it's just selection. We can widen it also here. And the system, as always, you know from my first agent, that like I'm adding here. Why I'm adding this, the second one, let me show you. This is scheduled trigger. At the beginning it was like for 30 seconds. It was working very well in OpenAI, but when I added DeepSeek, sometimes, especially today, getting a response from DeepSeek takes so much time. Unfortunately, I think it's busy. Maybe they were unprepared about this huge request. I totally understand them, by the way. Here, I have 2 filters to get the data. And I have another code here. This helps me to process line by line, because before adding this node in my first agent for resumes, while I didn't add this, it was taking all of start and ready columns and it was trying to process. It was taking so much time. Since now we have a switch, I added another code. It is just looking at if the user requested OpenAI or DeepSeek. The switch button, if it is like OpenAI, it is going to 0 node, as you see. If it is DeepSeek, it goes to the DeepSeek process. Whereas here the classical input comes. We are crafting all the details in here, as you see. It is collecting data from each column, each essential place. It is taking title, outcome, like whatever you want to do. And this is the detailed prompt, as you see. Then it goes to Google Notes. Google Notes, I have a covered like template. It's the same resume output. I have a template folder. That note is copying that template with the name of how we define here, like the title and the date. It generates automatically a document. In the next Google Doc, it replaces title, content, reference. It copies from there. It gets all the output from the AI model and copies in related places, and it writes the content. And in the last note in Google Sheet, I'm adding those filters. I'm adding in the beginning output link. Same for all Google document file. When we add as an ID in the output, as you see, there is a clickable link occurs, which is more useful for me to check output immediately. Then I'm crafting generally in the output like this. And let's jump the big point. This is small automation which generates copies content and creates a new thing. Here, as I was explaining how we talk with DeepSeek, I showed you the chat button. But here I cannot add this chat button. Then I was thinking that how I can connect this all things, my combining with my prompt dynamically, because every time the user's request will vary. Then this idea pop up. I entered and it is crafting all prompt with the data we entered to the sheet. This is all prompt. Why? It is dynamic content crafting with our request, and it goes to AI agent. And as a prompt system message, it goes to DeepSeek R1. This tool connects with it. Here is the same with the top one. Just what I changed, this new text, the context AI agent. The earlier it was OpenAI output. This changed. The list parameters are the same. And when we run the test workflow, you can see the result. Right now, I'm not making live demonstration because it's hard to connect with the DeepSeek. The results which I was taking yesterday or today, the response times change. Most probably it's right now the server is over busy. That is the reason I'm not running anything. Let's compare my earlier generated results. This is OpenAI summary, and this is DeepSeek summary. This is from the same input. First video script. One is generated by OpenAI. Let me show you, remind you the details how we ask. While we are asking the study notes, teach a concept in a friendly talk, and I gave the same script. And you already know the script from my previous video, that script. And let me show you the results. Here, in the first look, what I like, OpenAI started naming the presenter. When I was crafting a few videos to try my agents in the first version, I like that introducing the speaker or etc. This is good. OpenAI O1 medium. By the way, this is not O1, this is O1 mini model output. O1 mini divided text into sections, which an introduction and step-by-step breakdown, as you see. It is recognized version references and it is very accurate. Provided a structured and polished summary, which is good. DeepSeek jumped into the content more directly. It really starts, you don't see that the introduction part, if it's a necessary information or not, it can skip. As you see, OpenAI presented it as 2 pages. This one only 1 pages. And also DeepSeek shortened the text aggressively and emphasize points different. Summarize paints effectively. I really like this result. Overall, I can say that both models delivered decent summaries, but OpenAI's output was more cohesive, DeepSeek less polished. It's a cost-effective and hold promise for growth. Cost, if you compare, for O1 mini, 1 million output token is $12. but here is 0.28. This is chat model. If we compare with reasoner model, which is very good, you see it is 6 times cheaper in the output and input. The difference is around like 20 to 25 times. The cost comparison is significant. This is your decision at the end. Which model suits your project best? If you require precise, nuanced output, OpenAI currently has the advantage. However, if budget constraints are a priority or you need straightforward results, DeepSeek is a strong contender, whereas DeepSeek is still evolving but expected to improve and offer better results over time. Personally, for mission-critical projects, I'm planning to lean towards OpenAI. Both models will continue to evolve and I will keep you updated with the latest developments. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments and what do you want to see in upcoming videos. If you haven't already, please fill out the short survey in the description. Your feedback is invaluable in guiding my next steps. Meanwhile, I'm making improvements to my resume agent project, which many people are interested, and I will share more details about n8n and various integrations based on your feedback. Stay tuned for more exciting content.